What's up everyone, welcome to your 34th tutorial in PHP, the game we're making. And in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to take that temporary data from the temporary table and insert it into the permanent users table, and also inserting the data or setting data for a couple new tables that we're going to need. So right here is our temporary variables that was in the temporary table. And once they click that confirmation code, it took us right here, and the last thing we did is take out the spaces in all the variables so users couldn't use MySQL to hack into our website. So the next thing we want to do is take all of these variables, name, the email, and the password that they entered, and we want to enter them into a permanent users table. So let's make a comment, insert into users table. And to do this, we first need an SQL and a MySQL query. So let's set a variable and name it. Let's name it SQL2, since we already have a SQL1 up there. And go ahead and add quotation marks and your semicolon at the end. That's what I usually. Then we want to use MySQL to insert this into a MySQL table. So I want to put insert into users. And your table might not be named users, but my name is users, so whatever your table name is, replace it where I put users. Set username equal to the variable name, and what this is going to do is take whatever variable they entered right here. It's going to take all the spaces away, and it's going to put it into the MySQL table where it has the field username. And you're going to want to do the same thing for all of your fields, and each field is going to be separated with a comma. So set username equal to the variable name, set email equal to the variable email, and you keep doing this and this until you reach the end of wherever you're trying to insert. And once you reach the end of it, you just want to go to the next line. I'm not going to show you guys all of this, but you pretty much have a username, email, password. If I write password, it's going to be off the screen. And once you're done with all of that, you need to make a result variable. Now the point of a result variable is just so you can do MySQL underscore query, and this says what action do you want to perform, and we want to perform SQL2. In this, pretty much, this says what the action is, and this says, alright, do the action. The next thing that we're going to want to do in our game is, I don't know if I told you before, but you're going to have to make two other tables. One called game stats and one called character stats. The game stats table is going to have all of their stats for their game, and their character stats is going to have the statistics and variables for the character. So let me show you guys how to make one of these tables called, let's go game stats table. Now once you have this permanent data, you can do a bunch of different things with it. The first thing I'm going to want to do, there we go, is take this information and use it to create a table that's going to store their stats for the entire game. So let's go ahead and make another action called SQL3, and I'm going to just add those again. I always do that. Put insert into the table. You guys can name yours whatever you want. I named mine game stats. Set username equal to, and you can just set this equal to name, since it's going to be the same. And then any stats that you want. Say you have a field called job or something. See if your character has a job. I'm going to have their first job equal to peasant. Let's have, or say you have one of their stats called money, to see how much money they have in the game. You can set the original variable equal to 100, and what this is going to do, every time they make a new character, it's going to give them a starting value. So you want them to start out with some money, or maybe you don't. Maybe you want to set this to 0. But you keep doing this since my game has a username. It has money. It has an army, health. You might want to set something called energy to 100. And this is going to allow you to set the first variables for each part of the game. So again, once you have this permanent data right here, this is the point I'm trying to stress. You can make any amount of tables using this data. Just make sure you have this right here, because without this, MySQL is not going to know where to look. Then when you're done making all the tables you need, you have to make a variable called result 3 equals MySQL underscore query. There we go, finally. And in your parameters have SQL3. So I did this. I had a table called game stats, which had like health, energy, stuff like that, and I had another table called character stats, where it had like the power, the defense, the speed of the character. So I'm actually just gonna post this all on my website, thenewboston.com. So if you want to check out my code in the tables that I made, you can go to my site, thenewboston.com, and I'm gonna have it all posted there. So instead of just showing you guys me typing in the same thing over and over, it's just going to be a lot easier for you guys just to go grab my code, paste it in, make the tables, and there you go. And if you have any questions at all, or if you need any help, just post a thread on topic on thenewboston.com, and I'll respond to you and I'll help you there. So that is how you take the permanent data from your users that you created and make it into different tables that can be used in the game. So study this tutorial, go check out my code at thenewboston.com. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.